my name is Julian Renaud, Head of Service at X-Yachts Great Britain, and today I would like to talk about the wiring diagram on board your X-Yacht. Every X-Yacht comes with its own owner's manual, and at the end of the manual you have a very detailed schematic of all the electrics fitted to your boat, done for each individual boat. All consumers are listed in the index, from the simple cabin light to a technical installation like bar thrusters and electric winches, and even custom specification like electronic throttle control. They all have a detailed schematic showing wires, the sizes and color to help trace them around the boat. Also shows fuses with the correct amperage, so they are easy to replace, and even relays are all listed. Now if we look behind the switchboard at the chart table, you have a very neat installation. All is clearly labeled with F for fuse, W for wire and K for relays. They all have a number. The first number relates to the page in the manual, and the second number is the order number on that page. These wiring diagrams are for technically minded owners or electricians to troubleshoot, but we're of course here to help to trace and diagnose if required. An automatic setup on your max power bar thruster. Sometimes this system can go unintentionally into manual mode and with all LED flashing at the same time. This can happen if the bar thruster is not used for a long period of time, for example over the winter, or if abnormal resistance is met during lowering and raising of the unit, as this shouldn't be used with speed greater than 3 knots, or if power is removed from the unit during operation. You will need to change to automatic setup. Simply push and hold down the 3 push buttons simultaneously for a period of 3 seconds. Automatic setup mode is active and the on, up and down LED are all flashing. As you can see, during the process, the thruster will automatically go fully down, find this fully down position, then raise, find this fully up position, and then switch off automatically. Once this is done, the system can now be switched on and will be ready to use in normal operation mode. If this is not the case, we would recommend investigating further, especially the heat sensor, as this can cause issues, and don't hesitate to contact us if you need any further details. Today I would like to talk about the different components involved in the battery system. Batteries are these days maintenance free with a long lifespan, but they need to be looked after and never discharged below 80% to avoid damaging them. This is why on our X-Yachts components are fitted to avoid this damage. Firstly, the battery protect system, which will disconnect the domestic batteries from service before they completely discharge, and there avoids damaging these batteries. This also triggers a low voltage alarm at the chart table battery panel. You then need to start the engine or turn on the shore power charger, and the battery protect system automatically detects the increased voltage and will reconnect the battery 30 seconds after the battery voltage has increased. The battery protect system also protects against overvoltage to prevent damage to sensitive equipment such as the electronics on board. Secondly, the battery combiner system. This is when your engine is running and solely charging the dedicated engine battery. This system will automatically detect when the engine battery is sufficiently charged by the alternator and will then divert the charge to the domestic batteries. It always gives priority to the dedicated engine battery so that this battery should never be out of charge and will automatically toggle between the engine battery and the domestic batteries. Lastly, the battery monitor and the shunt to help with battery management. It provides accurate information regarding the charge rate, discharge rate, the combined voltage of the batteries, and their current capacity in percentage is displayed to bring you a better understanding of your power usage and availability on board. And today I would like to talk about the backstay on board your X-yachts. All X-yachts are fitted with a powerful fractional mast. The backstay adjuster is a critical component to help you trim your sails to get the best bow speed and also control your X-yachts with the different sea and wind condition. For the backstay to be efficient, it is important that the settings on your rod rigging are correct, and therefore any backstay tension will not only give mast bend but also tension the forestay. If we start by looking at the forestay, tensioning the backstay tightens the forestay, which makes the head sail flatter with less depth in the forward position. This shape is desirable for upwind sailing in relatively heavy airs and flat water. When the backstay is eased, the headstay sags, resulting in there being more depth in the front of the sail, which gives more power, which is desirable for lighter airs and choppy water. Now, looking at the mainsail, we can see similar results. When the backstay is tensioned, the main is noticeably flatter, especially near the top third of the sail, creating a depowered shape. Again, this is for heavier winds and flat water. When the backstay is eased, the top of the mainsail is much fuller, creating a more powerful shape for lighter airs and chop. So, not only is the backstay useful for adjusting your sail shape, but in combination with your rod rigging, it also assists with keeping the mast in column and preventing a pumping action when going upwind in a chop. This stiffness equates to better boat speed and a more comfortable ride. Today I would like to talk about the single lift point on board your X-yacht. All X-yachts are built with the keel grillage. This can be galvanized till on board the XC and the X range, or carbon fiber on the XP range. This grillage includes the integral eye for the single lift point. This system, used at the factory in Denmark, is also used all over the world because of this only requires a standard crane and the correctly rated shackle and approved lifting strap which we can supply. The procedure is as follows. Remove the floorboard to access the integral eye on the frame. Fit the shackle and lifting strap. Ensure there is no twist in the lifting strap and pass it through the dedicated deck fitting or the hatch. Make sure to have a long enough bow and stern line so you can position the boat exactly where you want when the boat is supported by this single lift point. And lastly, connect the hook onto the crane. This should be done with the least amount of water and diesel on board, and therefore your X-yacht will stay level when lifted. As you can see, this is a simple and easy lifting system which avoids hull compression caused by travel lift using slings. I hope this video and this series of Know Your X-yachts has been useful and help you understand a little more about your X-yacht. Thanks for watching.